Hello, greetings from Egypt.
Look at this place. Absolutely beautiful. That is the citadel of Salah al-Din. The park was actually a garbage dump for about 500 years. They discovered this lost and forgotten wall. It's amazing to imagine 800 years ago. Let's head down and keep exploring other areas. Good morning from Egypt. Today I am taking you guys to Al-Azhar Park, which is listed as one of the world's 60 greatest public spaces. I'm going to tell you guys a lot more about it maybe on the ride there when we get there. So I have the motorcycle. Let's go for a quick ride. Yalla bina. السلام عليكم. أركن المكنة هناك؟
رخصة المكنة والبطاقة.
ها؟
رخصة المكنة والبطاقة.
بطاطا.
بطاطا
بطاطا. إيه ده بطاطا؟ بطاطا. أنت بتتكلم إنجليزي؟ لا نو عندي رخصة.
رخصة؟
أو
بطاقة شخصية.
بطاقة شخصية. أيوة.
لا بس.
ده وكمان ده. عايز كله عشان يا عادة شرطة عايزين رخصة بس. 20 جنيه. شكرا. اوكي تمام الحمد لله.
اول شمال مع المكنه اللي هناك ده.
شمال هناك.
اهم حاجه الوصل ده وانت خارجه هتستلمي بقى الرخصه والبطاقه.
تمام. yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to forget that. شكرا. سلامة. What he just said left. What does that mean? Like, oh, I see the motorcycles. Great. All right, so 20 pounds. Don't forget my license, right? I'm gonna need that when I'm leaving. Cool. All right. And they noticed my camera doesn't even say anything. He's like, just don't leave that on the bike. All right, so 20 pounds to park, and then we will pay for our ticket to go in. We haven't arrived. Alright, so I just made it into the park, guys, and at security they opened my bag and saw the microphone. It is always a problem to have an external microphone while filming in Egypt, but I said like I live here and I'm riding the motorcycle and vlogging, because she started pulling out all my cameras, my GoPro and this camera with the microphone. But the guy was like, it's fine, and let me through. But I just didn't want to film right by that security gate. So I've come up here. I didn't film just the very entrance, but there are many restaurants in this park. There's a lot of things, and I want to tell you guys more about it. So I see a restaurant behind me and I want to go and just sit down and maybe like have a coffee or a juice or something. So yeah, let me give you a little bit of history and then I will see you guys at the restaurant. Al-Azhar Park is a massive 74-acre park in Islamic Cairo. It's listed as one of the world's 60 great public spaces by the Project for Public Spaces, a non-profit organization based in New York. Al-Azhar Park's design incorporates classical Islamic landscape traditions in order to preserve the historical legacy of this site, and is evident in the Fatimid style archways of buildings within the park. Beautiful palm-lined promenades and shaded pathways. Orchard spaces where the scent of jasmine and hibiscus flowers fills the air. And the geometric layout of the many fountains and water channels found all over the park, inspired by the Timurid and Persians. The Nile River is the main source for feeding the water ponds in the park, and careful consideration was taken in selecting the floor for the park and ensuring it was suitable for Egypt's climate. The park also offers stunning views of the citadel of Salah al-Din and Muhammad Ali Mosque, as well as a good vantage point to overlook this ancient city of 1,000 minarets. On one side, it overlooks the neighborhood of Darb al-Ahmar, and part of the park project included restoring monuments and improving housing and infrastructures within the neighborhood. Okay, so I just got to this restaurant. Actually, I think I was supposed to circle around to go in through the main entrance behind me, but I just jumped this fence over there. But look at the view of the citadel. I don't know if you can see it well. Maybe I'll have to switch to another camera. Very beautiful. That is the citadel of Salah al-Din, which I have made a video about, although it was a long time ago. I would like to go back and make a better video because I was still learning how to vlog then. Now, like I said, there's a number of restaurants in here. I think I mentioned that on the ride or when we got here. And I plan to maybe go to a few. I just want to get a coffee and kind of get the feel of the place, maybe look at the menu. But they aren't open yet. They actually open at 10 and it is 9:50, so they're opening soon. They said you can sit down. I just wanted to show you guys a look at the restaurant coming in through the door here. I guess this restaurant, the place itself is called the Citadel, but then if you are actually eating at the restaurant, it is called Studio Masr. Yeah? But there's like two menus for the same thing, essentially. Look at this place, though. Absolutely beautiful. This is what I imagine Pablo Escobar, what his house would have looked like. Okay, and here we are. So as I mentioned, I want to go to several different restaurants. Studio Masr, this place that we're at now, is very popular. I saw online. Here's the menu in case you're curious of the prices, just really quickly.
American ولا تركي ولا
Turkish.
تركي شوية هذا شوغر medium sugar little
مظبوط. شكرا. So you have breakfast, add-ons. Not really seeing a price for this, but we have soups, cold appetizers. Tahina is 80 pounds. Hot appetizers, sambusa 100 pounds. Main dishes ranging from around 480 pounds to 900. That seems to be the most expensive. Shawaya Studio Masr selection. Okay. So we also have some chicken, grilled meats option, tagines as well, Moroccan tagine. Some side dishes, sandwiches, Egyptian sandwiches as well. So kebda or liver and kofta, shish tawouk, children's meals, desserts, quite a lot. Kunafa ice cream with Nutella. Wow. Omwali, very delicious dessert. And then your drinks. And some more history here. The Muhammad Ali Mosque. That's an interesting way to spell Ali. I almost didn't recognize that. But yes, that is the citadel that we can see over there. So, yes. That is where we are. Clarified. Studio Masr. And beautiful view. So I'm just gonna get my coffee. I'm sure it's gonna be more than 65 pounds after service charges and VAT, but I will just throw it up here once I get the bill. So see you guys back on the path. This park has a playground for children, obviously several restaurants and cafes. Not only that, but they also host cultural events. Musicians and bands will play here. There's like community workshops. So yeah, it's not just like a green space for people to enjoy the city, but it is a cultural hub as well. Here we are. Look at the view of the city. So there's the playground for the children. Yes, very beautiful. And you know, this park is very quiet right now, but it is like a popular spot for sunset though. A lot of people like to come to the park and enjoy it later on. I'm an early bird, so I've come early, and especially during holidays like Sham al-Nasim, for example, this park would be very crowded, I'm sure. It's a large park, so you don't feel the crowds as much as you would in another smaller park in the city. But yes, very gorgeous. So let's head down and keep exploring other areas. There's an old wall that I want to show you guys, but it's a walk from here. I might hit another restaurant that is popular on the way. Okay, so those two people up by the gazebo? Something like that. I forgot what it's called in English. Gazebo. I asked them about the wall. At least I tried. They don't speak any English, but they were like, "What wall?" I thought there was a wall here. I've done my research, and it said there was an old wall that I'm gonna wait to see if I discover it before telling you guys about it. There's an old wall by the Citadel of Salah ad-Din, but there's supposed to be one in here too. And there's a big plaza, which is supposed to be very beautiful, a promenade. So yeah, there's still more to show you guys. don't go away just yet. Oh yes, another nice thing, they have little signs for stuff, so you can kind of see where things are located. This is a nice view. You know, come to think of it, there's definitely a wall in here, an old wall, because I saw a sign for it. It was spelled like Avu Bid instead of Ayubid, but there's definitely an old wall here. I'm sorry I keep mentioning it, but you'll learn about it very soon. So I'm heading to the park fountain, I believe it's called. If you look on the maps of Azhar Park, it's a lot of different points, but almost in the center of it is al-Azhar Park fountain. And by the way, if you're wondering why it's called al-Azhar Park, I'm not going to get into like a lot of history because I plan to film a different video about the mosque, which I'll give more history about the name then. But I can say, let's look at where we are. I believe this is the fountain area, huge promenade. It's close to the entrance. But yeah, al-Azhar Mosque, there's many things called al-Azhar here in Cairo. So al-Azhar Mosque was the first Fatimid era mosque in the city. Basically they created this mosque when the new city was built during like Fatimid era Cairo over 1,000 years ago. And so many things are called al-Azhar. This park, mosque, there's a very well-known university where a lot of people from around the world come to study. It is most famous for like Islamic studies, but a very prestigious university. And yeah, people from all over the world, but especially the Arab world, I think, that come to Cairo for to go to al-Azhar University. Wow, this is very beautiful. I'm going to film in just a second after the people pass. Yeah, so right over by that fountain is where we came in. I see the Lakeside Restaurant behind us. So actually, let's stop by there before finishing with the wall. Here we have Lakeside Restaurant. All right, we are inside. I haven't even gotten a table yet. I just wanted to film the place really quickly. Beautiful. So let's go to the back. I don't know if I should just seat myself. Salam alaikum. Wow. Yeah. ممكن أصور أنت؟
طبعا.
أهلا.
Is it program or something or what?
أهلا.
Hello, greetings from Egypt.
أيوة بالضبط. ممكن هناك؟ شكرا.
Take a look over the place.
تمام.
I'm with you if you need something.
Oh, nice.
It's Yusuf.
أيوة.
And Johnny, the American name.
أيوة يوسف. شكرا. All right, so we're heading back. Salam alaikum. More fountains. Beautiful. Wow. So let's find a place to sit. Wow, look at this place. Maybe أنا لوحدي. تمام. شكرا جدا. حلو ممتاز. ممكن هنا؟ شكرا شكرا. Wow, look at this place. That is a good view of the Citadel. And we can see why it's called Lakeside Restaurant. Man-made lake, of course, but very beautiful. All right, I'm gonna sit down and look at the menu. So the menu is called Al-Khan by Granita, but this is Lakeside Restaurant. This is it. So this is obviously a much better view. Both restaurants are very beautiful and have beautiful views, but I prefer this. I think it's beautiful to be overlooking a lake, and the Citadel is much closer. And the prices, of course, are a bit higher for that reason. So we have the Egyptian breakfast for $4.40, 11-teen breakfast for $3.90. Let's see what else. The next page has the set menu. Yep, that's a lot more side dishes. And the main course. Set menu number 2. Okay, for $1,100. First one, $1,200. We have the vegetarian set menu for $900. Rosemary farika. I don't know how to say that. I thought it was farik. And a la carte, which would be something I would do if I were eating. Sandwich, salads, a la carte menu, fatha, got the main course, drinks. Oh my god, they have a Vietnamese coffee. And they have avocado. So I think I'm gonna get one of these drinks because they look really good. Oh, they have just a regular Vietnamese coffee as well. French press coffee and condensed milk. I love Vietnamese coffee. I actually used to live in Vietnam for a little while, And yeah, I love Vietnam. I love their food. I love their coffee. All right, so the last page is hot drinks. Yeah, you can get a tea ceremony. And then you have cold drinks as well, lattes and frappes. And I believe that is it. Oh, desserts as well. You can get a Turkish coffee tray. Mastic ice cream with halewa. And omwali, of course. So I just made a video about sandwiches in a market in downtown Cairo, and one of the sandwiches I got was halewa. So if you're wondering what that is, you can Google it, or you can just watch that video and see what it's like. What a beautiful setting. So I've ordered a lemon nana, but it's like a frozen lemon mint. Sorry, lemon nana drink here. So it's like a little slushy. I was actually gonna order the manakish, which is, I believe, like a Syrian flatbread, kind of like a pizza. But they don't have that available right now, so that's fine. I'm just gonna drink this and eat at home. Good. And the weather's still quite nice, especially in the shade here. After this, we will be going to see the wall. It should be around here somewhere. I hope I can find it. Yes. Look at the little birds. What a life. This is nice. I can't believe I haven't been to this park in, over 3 years. So if you're looking for a nice spot to have lunch or dinner, come here. I do believe the park is open till 10, but I actually need to confirm that. So I'm gonna ask somebody if I don't forget. All right, guys. Well, I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy my drink and see you when we're back out in the park again. Well, we're still in the park, but back outside of the restaurant and walking along the pathways. Okay, so I've just left Lakeside Restaurant looking for the wall. I tried to ask a guy and he did tell me there was a wall. He said it by a different name. They said Aslan. Anyways, here's a map. Dun dun. And so we are here right now at Lakeside Restaurant, and it says number 6 is the Ayyubid historical wall. So it actually seems like it follows all of this, the old wall. So I'm gonna head over this way. I hope I can get through. Can I get through there? Maybe I should just go this way. I think I'm gonna do that just in case. But yeah, this is just where we were. Beautiful. And you do have these little carts driving around, so if you want to get around the park quickly, I'm pretty sure you can pay to have one cart you around the massive park. أيوبيد هناك؟ شكرا. Oh, what? Look at this sign. I could have sworn it says to go that way. I'm so horrible with directions. It says Ayyubid wall. That way. I guess I was on the other side. I'm so turned around. How? Izay. I don't get it. Why is there... This doesn't seem like it. This is like the parking lot for these guys. What? And the Citadel's that way. So it has to be that way. I feel like that is Darb al-Ahmar that way. And the wall separates Darb al-Ahmar with the park So it should be this way. Unless I'm just crazy. So even though there is an arrow pointing that way, I didn't see anything when I went to this parking lot area, and I do see a wall down here. Yeah, you see it? And I asked the guy in the park, and everyone recognizes the name Aslan, but not Ayubid. So I don't know if that's like the Arabic name or if this is a different wall. But let me just tell you about the wall. And for that to be mentioned, I need to tell you about the park a little bit. So the park was not always here, of course. It was actually a garbage dump for about 500 years. So they only built this park and opened it in 2004, which required a lot of work. They had to clear all the rubble and garbage that has accumulated for, you know, the last 500 years. And wow, look, there's a lot of people here. Yeah, so they had to clear all this garbage out and replace the soil, and there was a lot of planning that went into this park before it finally opened in 2004. But when they were doing that, preparing the park and clearing it out, excavating, they discovered this wall. And the wall is called the Ayubid Wall, which was built by Salah al-Din. If you saw the Citadel at the restaurant, also built by him. I believe it was in the year 1146 or something like that. If I'm wrong, I'll put it in the subtitles here. But yes, that is when it was built, and it was built to encircle like Fatimid era palace and the surrounding suburbs. And that lasted for a few centuries, but then, you know, the population of Cairo grew, as it does, and the population spilled out beyond this enclosure wall. So it basically became obsolete. And then, yeah, I guess it kind of got forgotten about. And around the 15th century, this area of the city fell into decline. And so people started treating this area as a garbage dump. That's what they were using it as. And it was that way for 500 years. Lost and forgotten wall until they started building this park and rediscovered it. And that's so much history of Egypt. I think the city is built upon past monuments. You know, they're always discovering something new here when they're building a new park, a new highway, a new building. Oh, come on, tell me you can't get down here? Why is this sectioned off? There's the wall, though. I should be able to go down there. I am going to go down there. I'm just going to duck under this little line because it doesn't actually say don't enter. It's just a string. So let's go look. Yeah, because I want to see this wall. So it was discovered then. I believe it is about 1.5 kilometers long. And it, like I said, separates the park from Darb al-Ahmar neighborhood, which I just recently filmed that. If you follow the channel, I filmed the al-Ghouri complex and the Tanoura Show. So it's a very old neighborhood. I will be filming there again in the future. I have in the past. Bab Zuweila. Islamic Cairo is just full of history and absolutely gorgeous. It's probably one of my favorite neighborhoods to hang out in, drive around in, film in, And many more videos to come of that area. I've been requested to make a walking tour of the markets, which I'm more than happy to do, because again, I love that area. But here we are at the old wall. I think I might have failed to mention, but it is 800 years old. Wow. I'm sure they've restored some parts of this wall, but who can be sure? Wow, so old though, look. Must be nice for the people living here to have this park right outside their window. Lots of birds and trees and quiet and calm, which is quite rare to find in Cairo. There are not that many parks, or they're very, very small if there are. So this is like a really great green space for people to come and get some fresh air, and it's cooler with the trees and the shade and breezy, beautiful. Yeah. So, all right. I don't know if that's like a checkpoint up there. I see like a little umbrella. This wall goes all the way down for a while though. Maybe I'll just try to walk and film a bit. It's amazing to imagine 800 years ago what Cairo was like then. There is a little shack up here, and I'm thinking it might be a police checkpoint. So I'm going to put my camera away for a little bit just to make sure it's not. Just because of the microphone. You know, they always stop and ask you what you're doing. But I'll see you guys in a little bit. Okay, I just passed that area and there was a security guard in that little hut, and I'm sure he would have told me I can't film. I did ask him some questions though. There was a little sign. So beyond this wall that they discovered when making this park, 2 old gates were also discovered. And that one was Bab al-Ahmar, which is pretty much in ruins now, but there's a little section in there. And then he was describing to me something about, I don't know, an apartment. I don't know what he said because everything he said was in Arabic and I tried my best to understand. But I wasn't allowed to go inside, I know that. So I did film the outside of the area though. And then I left and am now in another little thing I just saw here. I don't know what this is, a part of the old wall, of course. And just past here we have a neighborhood. Hi, kitty. So yeah, this is just the neighborhood of Darb al-Ahmar. Definitely like a local little side street here. Blocked off down here. But a nice little area to escape the heat, and yeah, very old. You can imagine what this looked like. I've already said it, but going inside a little bit, and it gives it a different feel, you know? Wow, it was so much cooler in there. So this goes on, I'm sure, for a very long time. Maybe there's another, I know there's two walls that, or gates that were discovered, and that's one of them. So maybe there's another one up here. I'll walk down for just a little bit more, but then I think I'm gonna head up this way. But yes, it's beautiful. I actually like it down here as well. I mean, the park, of course, is gorgeous. But it's nice to be down here walking along the old wall with absolutely no people. And just the sounds of the neighborhood on the other side. The mosque, people playing, you know, modern Egyptian music from their rooms. And just life, the sounds of life. What is here? Maybe we can get over there by circling around, just as with that one behind us. There's the restaurant up there, Studio Masr. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not going to walk the length of this because it goes for 1.5 kilometers. And I believe he told me it actually leads to Bab al-Nasr, which is, Bab al-Nasr is one of the old gates of Cairo that is still very much intact, unlike these ones in the park or just along the boundary of the park. Uh-oh, is this a police checkpoint? Is there anyone here? What is this? I don't know what that is, but I see a sign up here, so we're gonna walk over and see what it says. it might be the other gate that we were talking about. Tower. Ah. Okay, so you have the gate, which is very small next to this. So this tower, let me read it to you. So Burj al-Mahru, Tower 10. This tower is considered one of the most significant towers of the Ayyubid wall. The Burj al-Mahru is a circular tower located at the meeting point of the northern wall with the eastern wall. The tower consists of 3 floors. The ground level is an octagonal hall covered by a dome with the height of the floor of the tower, supported by 8 curved corner niches and side rooms, which are equipped with arrow slits for any attacks. A staircase leads to the first floor, consisting of a circular passage going around the dome of the ground floor. Opening out from the outer side of the passage are 6 small chambers with more arrow slits. And then another staircase leads up to the uppermost floor of the tower that consists of an octagonal middle open hall from which open 5 shooting rooms. Before its restoration, the tower was completely covered under rubbish and garbage accumulation as mentioned. Restoration work was started by the Aga Khan Trust for Culture in 2004 in collaboration with the Supreme Council of Antiquities. So there you go. Yeah, it was a historic, it is a historic area. It was a big project. I don't think we can go in there, but well, I mean, gotta try. Yeah, so yeah, the Aga Khan Trust Fund. I want to go in. Oh well, it is locked. I mean, it's very old. I don't know how it would be to go up structurally wise. I mean, there's a lot of old buildings here that I've climbed up into, minarets and towers. Yeah, so they'd shoot arrows out from these holes. And I think all around. Yeah, it's a lot of arrow shafts, so get shot down here, arrows flying out of this slit here. Wow. Oh my god. Okay, I've just stepped on the most spiky freaking thorn here. It is stabbed into my skin and my skirt. Oh my god, I gotta free myself. Oh my god. Good lord. That thing is freaking sharp. Oh. I was too busy filming to look at where I was walking. Anyways, alright guys, so I'm gonna head back. So I will see you guys up there. So we are back where we started, essentially, near the entrance down there. So I am going to end the vlog, but thank you so much for coming along. I hope that you enjoyed this beautiful green space here in the heart of Cairo, the 5th largest city in the world. But yeah, very beautiful place to get some fresh air, a little bit of quiet, beautiful restaurants, and a lot more. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to give it a big like, subscribe for more because I will be making more videos. I have a lot of videos about Egypt already. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you so much. Ma salama.